Item B, you want to give us an overview first, Carrie?
So, before we do that, Councilmember Marty Medina is required by state law to recuse himself from this item because he lives within 500 feet of the park.
Okay, in that case, I'll just introduce the resolution and you can give us some staff report, all right? Adopt a resolution authorizing the city manager to execute a construction contract with Star Construction, Inc. for the Florida Avenue Park project in the amount of $949,515. Execute a contract for construction management services with Anchor Construction Management in an amount not to exceed $49,460, approving a construction contingency of $142,427, appropriating $348,432 in additional funding from the General Fund Capital Reserve, and approving a total budget in the amount of $1,323,432. Carrie?
Now on to the Florida Avenue Park. This park incorporates features unique to its location in the Cupid's Row neighborhood by including colored concrete seating in the shape of hearts at the gateway to the park. You maybe can see them. They're very small. They won't be that small in real life. Also incorporated along the entry to the park is the antique and architectural wrought iron fence that was removed from the residence. Using the construction of the Florida Avenue Park as an opportunity to expedite sidewalk and roadway improvements adjacent to the park, the scope of the project was expanded to include new sidewalks around the perimeter of the park. Also included was widening of the intersection at Martin Place and Taylor Avenue to prevent future damage to sidewalks caused by the small turning radius and damage to these sidewalks when very large vehicles turn from Taylor Avenue onto Martin Place. As part of this widening, 3 additional on-street parking spaces will be created along Martin Place adjacent to the west edge of the Florida Avenue Park. 2 bids were received for the Florida Avenue Park project, with the low bid submitted by Star Construction of San Bruno. Staff performed a thorough review of the bids submitted, the bid's conformance with the project documents, and the contractor's qualifications and references. Based on the results of this review, staff recommends that a construction contract be awarded to Star Construction for the construction of the Florida Avenue Park. To ensure dedicated oversight and the effective and timely delivery of the Florida Avenue Park, construction management will be performed by Anchor Construction Management, who, in response to the city's request for proposal, offered the strongest and most qualified proposal. Staff, as in the case with Earl Glenview Park, will also perform project inspections for this park. To fully fund the park's construction, the added sidewalk and roadway improvements, and the construction management, an additional appropriation from the city's General Fund Capital Reserve in the amount of $348,432 is necessary. That concludes my report on the Florida Avenue Park, and we look for your direction.
Okay, any questions on Florida Avenue?
Through the chair.
Okay.
I'm just curious why this park needs construction management contract and there wasn't one for the other park. I know you mentioned something about the existing contractors up there.
So for all of our projects that we do in the city, there is construction management. It's either provided by city staff or through contract service. In the case of the Earl Glenview Park, that construction management service is being provided by Harry Burroughs in conjunction with the Phase 4 improvements. And so we need construction management expertise for the Florida Avenue Park as well.
So going back to the Earl Glenview Park, that's not an added expense?
No, it is not. It's already included in the Phase 4 expenses.
Great, thank you.
Anything else in Florida? No. Anyone? Podium, please.
Reina Burgos, Florida Avenue. 2 concerns I have, and we're very pleased to have this park. Thank you so much. One thing is safety about children playing there, and Florida is a freeway on the weekends. So what is it the residents need to do? Do we need to attend a meeting to safety and traffic department, what do we need to do? We need some speed bumps. There's no stop sign on Taylor and Flora or San Anselmo and Flora, nor is the stop sign on Huntington and Flora. So basically, everybody speeds insane. It is insane. And before anything happens, because we've been looking forward to this park, so something needs to be done to remedy that. That's first item. Second is the drainage. San Anselmo and Flora, as well as Taylor, those two corners. When it rains, my husband and I look like silly people trying to push the water all the way towards Huntington. It gets flooded. So if we can actually, that's my two concerns. So please help us, the residents of Florida, about that.
All right, thank you.
Hi, Wendy, San Anselmo Avenue North. I have been concerned about the streetlights there the entire time I've lived there. So I just would like that there's extra special attention, because I heard that there's going to be no auxiliary lighting, that the lighting that exists is indeed accurate and up to code, and if it is, I think it needs to be a bit revisited. You may need to add one more light. I walk the middle of the street when I'm coming home at 11:30 because it's so dark on the sides, and I'm afraid. So if the lighting there is regulation, I think you need to add at least one more light. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Anyone else? Any more discussion or action by the council?
Through the chair, and then
Rico.
I'd like to have Irene for the resolution. Just on the traffic calming, can staff assist Rena in as far as the process for the traffic TSPC? City manager?
Yes.
As far as just getting her the information, and there's a toolbox that they have in which to follow the process for the traffic calming. So that's your first approach. The next one was about drainage and streetlights. To Ms. Burns, is there no lighting whatsoever? Auxiliary, I mean zero, it is completely dark within Florida? Is that
Correct.
Okay,
And that is also the case for Earl Glenview.
correct. Okay. And then so is that possible for staff to just look at the, Wendy, I'm sorry, I forgot your last name, but. Emeros. Can I call you Wendy? Thank you. So if we can look to Wendy's comment in regard to the street light, if that's possible.
Anyone else? Irene?
I'd like to introduce the resolution. Councilmember O'Connell.
Aye.
Councilmember Marty Medina, excuse me. Councilmember Rico Medina.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Ibarra.
Aye.
Mayor Ruane.
Aye. I just want to say these are two very exciting projects for the city, two brand-new parks in the city here. One as a result, unfortunately, of a tragedy almost 7 years ago, but it's going to be a very nice addition to the neighborhood. And in Florida, you had an old decrepit residence there that wasn't lived in for many, many years, and now it's taken down, and with the efforts of the San Bruno Community Foundation and the city's general fund, you have some very exciting things coming up for some neighborhoods that really need some help. So it's good stuff, and we're looking forward to it. Thank you.
Through the chair.
Yes.
Thank you. Which reminds me, do we have an update of the art piece that we saved that was in that building? I'm sorry, I just thought of it now.
I don't have a
Still in
detailed
storage.
update for you this evening, but it is a subject on which I believe we need to present additional information to the City Council. I'm currently intending to bring something back to you at your next meeting so that we can determine how we want to proceed.
Okay, great, thank you.
All right.